All right, so Miss Cathy,
Yes.
what are you going to be preparing for us today?
Zucchini lasagna.
All right, sounds good, sounds good. So let's talk a little bit about zucchini. Nutritional value, is it good to eat?
Oh, it is wonderful to eat.
Okay.
And you know, I've recently started doing programs, Dining with Diabetes.
Okay.
And everyone is so concerned about their A1C levels.
Oh, okay.
And we have to count carbs. And we're telling people to limit their carbs to about 30 per day.
Oh, wow.
Because predictions are by 2050, half of us will have diabetes. And by eating lots of zucchini,
Okay.
you can eat a whole zucchini. It only has 6 grams of carbohydrate and about 30 calories. It's high in potassium.
Okay.
It has more potassium than a banana. It has vitamin A, vitamin C, lots of beta-carotene.
Okay.
And they recommend that you leave the peel on, although I did peel the zucchini for our zucchini lasagna this morning.
All right, so let's start with the zucchini lasagna.
Okay, and like I said, you will have the recipe if you would like it. The first thing that you have to do is boil your zucchini,
Okay.
and you can profit by my mistake because I boiled it for too long and the first batch just kind of fell apart.
Okay.
I boiled it for 10 minutes. Don't boil the zucchini for more than 3 minutes.
More than 3 minutes,
And you see,
okay.
you want to slice it about 1/4 of an inch thick, 1/2 an inch thick, and you make it like your lasagna noodles. And I put it on paper towels, and you see how much moisture there was in it.
Okay.
But you go ahead and get your water boiling, and you salt the water, put in a little bit of oil, and then you put about 2 medium-sized zucchini, about 6 to 8 inches long.
All right.
You put that in your boiling salted water. Watch it carefully because,
Okay.
like I said, if you overcook it, when you try to pick it up, it just falls apart. So we had our 2 medium zucchini, and I used 1 pound of ground beef, although the recipe called for just 1/2 pound.
Okay.
So you go ahead and brown your ground beef with about 1/4 cup of chopped onion.
Okay.
And oh, it just smells so good as this is cooking. And then you add 2 small tomatoes, 1 can of tomato paste, basil, thyme, and oregano.
Oh, it's the good
And rather
stuff.
than have you all watch me, I just went ahead. Trust me, I did this ahead of time. And you cook that down for about 10 minutes with just 1/4 of a cup of water. And the reason for this is because your zucchini makes so much water, that's all the water you need. So let's go ahead.
Okay.
First thing we want to do is spray the pan
All right.
so you won't have a sticky mess. Now this is cold. If this were hot, it would be a whole lot easier to work with, but we're just going to spoon it in here cold.
And I see Mr. D eyeing that, even though it's
Can I
cold.
hold up for you?
Oh yeah!
He's eyeing it
Yeah.
pretty good.
But,
Yeah, I'm glad you did extra beef. You can't have too much beef.
well, you know, the recipe called for 1/4 of a cup, and I said, 1/2 of a pound, and I said, well, let's go ahead. and
1/2
use-
of a pound good.
And
a
more
whole
is better,
pound.
right?
Yeah,
Better,
and let me
better.
tell you, I assembled this night before last when we were having that storm and the lights were flickering,
Oh,
and I
boy.
thought, oh no, if the lights go off, I don't know what I'll do. So we've got 1/2 of our meat mixture in the bottom of the pan.
Okay.
Now we're just going to take the loose zucchini and lay that on top as if it were lasagna noodles, and you could actually call this, instead of noodles, they call it zoodles.
Zoodles.
Yeah, they call
Okay.
this because it's zucchini. So you lay that down. And then I like ricotta cheese.
Wow.
The recipe calls for ricotta or fat-free cottage cheese. So
Okay.
you mix this with about 1/4 of a cup mozzarella cheese
Ooh.
and 1 egg beaten and 1 teaspoon of flour. You put the whole thing in there. Lots of people don't like cottage cheese, but the ricotta gives it a nice flavor.
Okay.
And then we're going to spoon the rest of our meat on
Yeah, we got to get that in
top.
there for Mr. D.
Oh,
Got to
yeah.
get the meat in there.
Okay. You know, we worked together for 17 years. Was
we
it
did.
17 or 14?
Yeah, we pretty much can read each other's minds.
Okay. Yeah, I knew that you need at least 1 pound of ground meat. And
So you
this
already
serves
knew that.
4. This is,
Yeah.
but I think it's 4 very, very generous servings.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, and we're going to put the rest of the noodles on top,
Okay.
our zucchini.
Miss Cathy, those look perfectly cut.
Thank you.
Wow.
Well, like I said, this wasn't my first try. That's why you need to buy more zucchini than originally planned. And I bought this about an hour ago at Kroger because I wanted to have some to show for the demonstration. Now, for those of you who have children that won't eat anything green, you want to sprinkle about 1/4 of a cup mozzarella cheese on top of this. I'm sorry, but first you bake it.
Okay.
You bake it like this, 375 degrees for about 30 minutes. If all of your ingredients are cold, you might want to give it 45 minutes.
Okay.
After the time that you bake it, you sprinkle on top about 1/4 of a cup mozzarella cheese, let that melt, and you end
voila.
up with a finished product that looks like this.
That's good.
Okay. So were we going to sample that, or we're going to talk a little bit more about
We're going to sample
I'm ready
that.
to
You know,
sample.
Oh,
Mr.
you're
D
ready
wants
to
to get some
sample
of
it
that.
now? Okay, let me put
Sample
this
that.
aside. And we will sample this now. Okay. Let's see.
And again, you know, zucchini is something that you can grow in your garden. You know, this will be real good for your recipe. And we will have this recipe, of course, on our website, familyplotgarden.com. So you can go there and get this nice recipe.
Okay. Instead of having French fries, you can even make zucchini French fries, which you would do in that case. Go ahead and slice the zucchini. Thank you. Go ahead and slice the zucchini about this long, and you can dip it in breadcrumbs
Thank you, sir.
and a little Parmesan cheese. Put it in a 450-degree oven for about 20 minutes. And you can have the zucchini French fries. You can also have zucchini chips. If you have a dehydrator, set your dehydrator at 130 degrees and put the chips, you know, slice it really thin. Put the chips on there, slices, for about 5 hours and let them dry out. And then you can put your seasoning on. Now, one of the sources I read said to salt your zucchini before preparing it because it has so much moisture. I'm saying if we're trying to cut back on salt, don't put any salt in the zucchini. Just realize that it is going to make a lot of moisture. Another thing you can do is freeze the zucchini.
Okay.
Go ahead and slice it up real thin. I like to put mine in a spaghetti pot and just dip it down in boiling water, blanch it for about 3 minutes. Don't overcook it. Pull it out and put it in a big pot of ice water. And then you can drain it, bag it, put the date on it. This is from February of 2016, and you've got your zucchini ready to go, zucchini or squash. One last thing is we no longer recommend canning zucchini because one of our most recent sources said that there are just too many variables. We used to say pressure can for 25 minutes at 11 pounds of pressure. Now we're saying your best bet is to either freeze it or dry it or pickle the zucchini. And I've got some good pickling recipes.
Well, Miss Cathy,
also.
we appreciate this, and this is good.
Oh,
Thanks so
good.
much today.
I'm glad you like it.
Very good.
Thank
I will
you, Miss
try it
Cathy. We
too.
appreciate that.
Thank you.